That snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
Yeah,
you want one quick question?
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Okay, man, let's get into it, bro. All right. So with this situation, I'm gonna take a different approach. I'm not gonna take the approach everybody else is taking. Um, I really had to sit down the other day when all of this was really popping, and think that I really want to make a video about it. And I decided if I was gonna make a video about it, I was gonna take this angle. We can't change people's minds. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen so you can feel me on this. We cannot change people's minds when it comes to love, when it comes to passion, when it comes to romance, when it comes to the heart, matters of the heart. All logic and things in your brain just run out the window. Regardless of what you say, you can give a person a speech until your face turn purple. People aren't gonna listen, bro. So it's like this whole thing on advice of like giving to this young man and stuff like that, like it's useless. It's dumb, and the people that are doing it, most of them know this already. But the reason why they're still doing it is even more disgusting, to be honest. And that's the real conversation. It's because of money. We live in the era of content where everything is content. Everything gets talked about. Everything gets monetized on the internet, whether it be TikTok, whether it be Twitch, whether it be YouTube. Everybody kick. Everybody's talking about Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Everybody's talking about stuff. Everybody's turning everything, just, everyday stuff, cooking, clipping your toenails, unboxing stuff that you got in the mail, watching sports, talking about music. All of that stuff gets monetized. And the problem with that is when you see things trending, when you see people talk about stuff, you don't think, dang, how is this going to affect this subject that I'm talking about? How does this look? How can this be perceived by the public? You're thinking about, this is trending. This is going to get the most views. This is going to get the most clicks, which is in turn going to make me the most money. And that is an issue. And that's how you end up with 50 something year old Shannon Sharp run into his podcast, The Nightly Cap with Ocho Cinco, which is a lovely show. I love how consistent they are every single night. Very, very busy dudes, very busy schedules, but they are like just like set on doing this every single night. And they've been consistent for the past 2 years or so, it feels like. But with that, when you run to the Nightly Cap as an unmarried 50 something year old man, and you go and you try to speak on a relationship of a college student, it looks crazy. It makes sense on the surface because it's the trending topic. Everybody's talking about it on social media. Everybody's talking about it on Twitter. For the last 3 days, all you seen was Cooking with Kaya and this girl. And then it depends on what you follow. You might see some Luigi, and you might see whatever the local news is in your area and things of that sort. But that's all you've been seeing for the past week was this girl and Cooking with Kaya. And with that being said, it's like, okay, if this is the trending topic, I'm gonna go make some money and speak about the trending topic because that's what the people care about, and that's what the people were talking about at this time. When you take a step back and look at it, this is a college kid's relationship. Me at my big age, pushing 30, and you, Mr. Shannon Sharp, and others. I'm just pointing out Shannon Sharp because he's like one of the more prominent guys, and he was kind of like the most standout shish with the take. Cameron and Mace also said things on It Is What It Is. I love that show. Y'all know Stab Baby is a friend of the channel. But when you're a 50 something year old man that's unmarried and you speaking on a college kid's relationship, it looks crazy, bro. It looks crazy, especially when you're doing it in public. Like, you're not even pulling bro to the side and having a conversation with him in private. Like, I'm sure, as close as you are with Dion, you have a way to directly get in contact with Travis Hunter. If you really wanted to have that conversation with him, if you really out of love as an OG wanted to give him that game, hey, young blood, this is how it's looking. So and so, you might want to move like this. You're moving up to a new level. You about to go to the NFL. You just won a Heisman. You got a whole nother million sets of eyes on you, and you already had eyes on you since high school because you was the number one prospect. You played on both sides of the ball, and you played for Deion Sanders, one of the more polarizing athletes ever in all of sports. You can say that off camera and show that it's genuine, that you truly mean it. You made the decision to say that on your platform, on your podcast, on camera, and put it on the internet for the sake of money. So with that being said, I'm gonna play this video just because I haven't watched it, but I'm not even gonna react to it. Okay, react to it. I'm not even gonna use any added commentary to it. I'm just gonna watch the video, and that's gonna be that. For the sake of, because I'm not perfect. I'm not excused from this at all. Like, it was some stuff with some kind of basketball world. The women's basketball world got a lot of drama. Men's basketball world got a lot of drama. You see the Brandon Ingram and Anthony Simons thing that was going on over there. With they, their word whoops, everything like that. And you know what goes on in the women's basketball world, kind of all the drama and stuff like that with relationships and things of that sort. And one thing that I feel like is just off limits to me, just as an adult man, especially, is college relationship drama, college romance. That's just out of bounds for me, bro. Any high school, college, like, because those are students, those are young people still learning. And whatever I say, ultimately people gonna do what they do, and they're gonna learn from what they go through. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta let people go through it. So yeah, with that being said, I'm not gonna say anything, but I do want to watch this just out of just curiosity and stuff like that. And being like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm nosy too, and everything like that. But I ain't gonna comment on it. All right, here we go.
Okay, I'm going to be addressing all this stuff online because I'm tired emotionally and mentally of seeing people try to make me out to be a person that I am not. Um, but with a testimony without a test of faith. So I'm going to start from the very beginning with this my type thing. I got permission from Travis to say these things because these are previously things I didn't want online. Um, but I'm going to tell y'all the full story just so y'all know. So Travis, when he first ever DM'd me, when we first met, I said I left him in my DM for 2 months, and people said, "Oh, she left him in his DM until she figured out who he was." That is not true at all. The real reason Travis sat in my DM for 2 months is because he DM'd me when he had a girlfriend, and her name was in his bio, so I instantly knew he had a partner. So I exited the message, and he sat there until he was single. I don't do home wrecking. I'm not a side piece. Um, I don't stand for any of those things. I support women. So I would never do that to another woman because I would never want it done to me. Um, so I ignored him until he was single. That's the real reason he sat in my DM. Then the second thing, when I said he wasn't my type, I did not mean attractiveness. I don't have a physical type, period. No two men that I previously dated looked the same. My first one was a white cowboy. Second one was a Mexican soccer player. Then I dated a black man who was a SoundCloud rapper. And then Travis. So I have never dated the same type physically. I don't care about what people look like or what they can give me. I date people for who they are as a person, how they honor God, and how they treat the people around them. And Travis is all the above. So when I said he wasn't my type, I meant because he was younger than me. I had never dated no one younger than me. And he had cheated on his girlfriend. I don't know if your type is cheaters, but mine isn't. So no, he wasn't my type at first off of those two things, but that didn't discredit the fact that I was attracted to him. That's obviously why I gave him a chance. And then I learned he truly is a phenomenal and wonderful human being, and that's why we're together, and that's why we're still together to this day. Um, so that's that. Okay, the next clip was at the game after they just won like their last game. People thought I was upset with him celebrating with cheerleaders. I don't know where that came from because he never celebrated with cheerleaders. So that I don't know where that started, but that's not what I said. But what y'all didn't see before the clip, me and him were talking. We had already interacted. I had already said congratulations. I had already kissed him over the fence that we couldn't get through. So the real reason why I was mad is because the security, and you can ask any of the family members who was actually there, they didn't want no one to storm the field, so they had 1,000 security people holding everyone back. But the people in the field were like, let the family down. Like the family can come down. So everyone was going back and forth. I was arguing with the security guard because he wouldn't let no family through, but they let the cheerleaders on the opposing team get through the fences. So I was like, so when I finally got down to the field, that's why I told Travis, like he had already seen it. I already congratulated him. We had already spoke, got on the field. And then that I was upset because I had just finished arguing with somebody. And then what y'all don't see after 5-second clip is right after that, I let it go. I was like, you know what, like celebrate. We took pictures. We were with our families. And then we went to his meet and greet, had another wonderful event there. That's all that happened in that. That was literally that. Nothing. It was not deeper than anyone made it out to be. And yeah. Next clip, the Adidas pop-up shop this past weekend. People are saying that I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here? That's not what I said. First of all, I said, baby, do you want me to sit here or do you want me to go with the family or do you want me to come with you? Because what y'all don't know, again, off of a 7-second clip, is those weren't fans, by the way. He had already finished that part. He had finished meeting with the fans. I was there the entire time, taking pictures, talking to them, everything. The girls that were there, they were the Adidas, they work for Adidas. So we were taking pictures for social posts. That's who those people were. I wasn't annoyed with no fans at all. I never annoyed with fans. So that's what that was. And then Travis was getting ready to leave. He had to be at a rehearsal for the Heisman ceremony. They had to do walkthroughs and stuff like that. So I was asking him, I was like, do you want me just to sit here? Do you want me to go back to the hotel? Like, do you want me to wait for our family? Because his family was in there shopping. Because Adidas let them go pick out stuff in the store. It's like a 4-story Adidas. So they're all doing that. And I was like, what do you want me to do? Like, do I stay here? Do I come with you? Like what? And he was like, you could do what you want. Like you could sit there, you can go shop, you can come to the hotel, you can walk around. That's what he was saying to me. I don't know. Like I said, the things that I see people make up is truly crazy because it's not what happened. And I just think people are just finding every single little thing and trying to make it something it's not. And then bird brain individuals are just accepting what they see online. Okay, now the last thing, this actual Heisman ceremony. This is making me so mad because anyone who knows me knows I support Travis in every win, everything he does, because I truly, truly love that man. He is perfect in my eyes. So when his name was called, I instantly was going to, if you watch the video, you can see me like, but his mom didn't get up. So I was like, oh, maybe I don't get up. Maybe I just sit here with her. So I sat there and then y'all said Coach Prime had to tell me to get up. No, he didn't. He said, go get him. Go get your man. Like, and once Travis stood up, but he didn't have to do that because I was going to do that anyways. As soon as I seen Travis get up, then I thought it was appropriate to stand up, greet him, congratulate him. But then there was a camera right in front of Coach Prime. And I knew they were going to film that moment. And because of how people are online, I was like, I don't want to be in that shot. So I'm going to sit down. So I try to sit down. So I'm not in the camera while I'm crying. People are going to be like, oh, why is she crying? Like, stuff like that. And so I got out of the camera purposefully so they can have their moment. That's all it was. No one told me to stand up. No one had to tell me to celebrate with him. I was just sitting there crying. I wanted to take it in myself too. I was super excited for him. But I wanted the moment to be about him and his family. And that's another thing. People are like, why did he sit next to her? Why was his mom? We had assigned seats. I didn't have a choice where I sat. They are obviously going to put someone and their partner together. So I had the seat right next to him because that was my assigned seats. I didn't have a choice. And then the hugging thing. Travis came and hugged me because he just went down the line. I was first in line, then his mom, then Coach Prime. He came straight to me first. I didn't tell him to do that. I didn't have to tell him to do anything. He's a grown man. He can do what he wants. But yeah, everyone is making this crazy narratives in their head. So I just wanted to clear it up. And that is the truth. That's what happens in all those videos. And I will not be addressing this again. I didn't want to address it, but here we are.
Hey, man. Salute to Young Love, man. Best of luck to y'all. And I will continue or go back to minding my business.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.